Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Here we are live again. So what does that mean? And we're going to have a free-form open discussion tonight. So we're live, so what that means...
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live!
And you know the rest. Okay, so since I've been talking about the Dividend Wheel Strategy and the Dividend Snowball Effect, I've gotten some comments that say that I either don't know what I'm talking about or that I'm confusing the two. So I figured I would give an opportunity to all of you all to join the Discord live and tell me directly whatever it is I might be missing. So here we go. I'm going to go live in the voice chat. By the way, I captured footage of a black swan event today at a nearby lake, if you all didn't see it already. That's it right there. That's how it looks, if you ever wanted to associate a visual to it. A little bit of a joke, of course. Okay, so I am live on the voice chat. So this will be a free-form show. And, oh, wow, someone instantly joined. Who is this? The Chad Abides. That was fast. If you want to talk, go ahead. Let me get the screen situated here. So yeah, these shows are usually, free-form discussion, no format, no script. Not that anything is ever scripted that I do. Okay, so who do we have? Oh, someone asked about the Discord link. I've been trying to put it in the description of every video. Varden here says it's under the community tab of the channel. Yes, I do post it there a lot, but it's also in the description of of every video. So yeah, good evening to everyone here. Let's see. Oh, this person that joined the voice chat here just joined the Discord. So if you want to unmute your mic, go ahead and speak.
I'm just learning this stuff, and just wanted to check out your ideas and your live show here. So yeah, nothing to add at this point, but learning.
Oh, great! So you just found the channel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So are you like a dividend investor, growth investor? What's your investing philosophy?
Middle of the road. So what I do is I do dividends, and then also regular stocks.
Oh,
regular
okay.
Stocks here.
Oh, okay. So you're not one of these people that get mad if we say that like yield max is risky or anything like that?
No, definitely not. No.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, because I try to be objective about everything. I mean, I have covered yield max a lot, but I try to cover all the ETF funds and stuff like that. So
yeah, I've been watching you, following you for a long time now, so it's really great.
Awesome.
Yeah, great job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, try to just be unfiltered and just run with it. Okay, so let's see. So are you familiar with the Dividend Wheel Strategy by chance?
No, I'm just gonna be probably learning that from you. I saw it on your Discord. I just popped into your Discord today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and I saw there's actually a folder there for the wheel strategy. So I'm probably gonna, if you have anything on that, I'm gonna read up on that.
Oh, so that's different. So that's the options wheel strategy. So that's
okay.
different than the dividend wheel strategy. So the options wheel strategy, I can run through that. That's probably more valuable, at least in the short run. That is where you sell puts for a premium. You collect premium, and you're looking to enter into a stock at the price you pick. If the puts expire out of the money, then you keep the premium. Well, you keep the premium regardless, but if they expire out of the money, then you never enter the stock, you just keep the premium. So it can be a good way to make extra money. If they expire in the money, then you enter the stock at the price you picked. Warren Buffett does this on companies like Coke and things like that, good value plays. So then you enter in at that price, and then you can sell covered calls on it, hence the wheel. So you're selling puts for premium, you enter in the stock, and then you can sell covered calls on it, and then say you get called out of the stock because those covered calls end up in the money, then it's like a rinse repeat type of thing. You collected premium for the covered call, so you can make money in two directions on the stock. And then So the puts would be the way to enter into it, and then the covered calls, you potentially get called out of it, and then you have the money from the stock plus a potential gain plus the premium, and then you could start all over, selling puts again to enter at a new price, and that's why they call it the wheel strategy. And then, so the dividend wheel strategy is different. That's for dividends that you get on whatever funds that you're invested in. The dividends you get, you would use those to buy, say, a new dividend ETF or stock or whatever, and then you're buying into that with completely new money. So say you put 1,000 or 10,000 into a certain investment. That's your initial money that you started with, and you're not putting like any more money into it, but it's generating dividends from that initial investment that are then going into other funds with all new money created from the dividends. So I see Pay the Piper in the comments saying, "Tell us, coach. Hope I did a good job there." Feel free to join the voice chat also if you want. Anyway, so that's basically both wheel strategies, but they are distinctly different. One's with options, one's with dividends.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Actually, learned from your show there.
Yeah.
So I've been doing the Yield Max, Defiance, and bought a significant amount of each. And then I just got paid yesterday for Yield Max, I believe. And then I put them in, into ones that are more not so much NAV erosion. So I've been using that money for that. So that seems to be working out pretty good, staying at a level. And then actually on a few of them I do a drip too for like what do you call a drip? But what I call a drip is like
dividend reinvestment.
$2 a day, just to keep the NAV from eroding less.
Okay.
And that's what I've been doing. So following you has really been helping out a lot. And then you're enriching me.
Awesome.
And so to say. And then like I do have underlining stocks too. So I've been doing this for a long time, but gaining knowledge is the key. And have like Robinhood account. I have an M1 Finance account, E-Trade account. I have a computer share account. Really like computer share because you buy direct stocks, and that's like your Cokes and your HDs and stuff like that. And you kind of just ride $50 a month on each of those. You don't really mess with those too much, but then the other like Robinhood and things like that, you can kind of mess with and do what you're teaching us as far as how to do things. What you've been teaching lately.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite broker?
Well, the broker that I really like so far is Robinhood because you can kind of do whatever at any time. E-Trade's a little bit more difficult, and then of course Robinhood has less the maintenance fees. So if you borrow on margin, which I do, I try to keep it at 10%. So if you borrow on margin, you can keep it work within your maximum amount. And try to gain some more money from using margin.
Right. How much margin do you use?
Oh, I try to keep it at 10%.
Okay.
So I think you mentioned that in an earlier show. I've been watching you for a while.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned keep it at around 10%, because the horror stories of margin calls. So I don't have to worry too much because I keep it at 25% maintenance most of my stocks. But it's just a good thing to be at 10%. You don't have to worry in case something, COVID or 2008 happens. It's not the end of the world.
Right. Yeah, I think that's great. Not like to max out the margin per se. Like I see some people, they've got as much margin as they do cash investments, and that is very risky, I think.
Yeah, that's tough. Yep.
So awesome. So have you always invested in dividends, or is it something you just started?
I've always invested in dividends. There was one time I had a good amount in the computer share, and then the COVID happened.
Yeah.
So one thing I learned from is not to cash out your stocks, at least all of them, because you get nervous about something happening and you put it in cash. And yeah, so I won't be doing that again. That's just something you learn as you go. So
you're saying cashing
cash
out
out
like
what you need.
in like a COVID event or like a Black Swan event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't cash out. I've been through that with the TSP too in 2008. I work for the government, so
Okay.
so TSP is kind of like a retirement account, and then if you put money into it, and then a lot of people, if an event comes and then you cash it out, it's not a good thing. Take only what you need. I've learned that over the years.
Right. So your TSP, did that have like tax ramifications when you cashed it out?
Yeah, you have tax ramifications. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what I would do differently, if we go through like another 2022 downturn, I just say that because that's the more recent one. I would actually move like the 401k to the stable fund. I know we're not supposed to time the market, but looking back at mine, I would be a lot better off if I had actually gone into the stable fund for like 6 to 10 months and then balanced back in, say, January 2023, kind of when everything was at the bottom.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because like last year was great for the account, but 2022 was like I joke, last year the account made equivalent to a full-time salary, but in 2022 it lost almost a full-time salary. So if you zoom out, like from say the end of 2021 to now, it's still a decent return, but the erosion from 2022 ate up a lot of what otherwise would have been a phenomenal return.
Right.
Yep. But
yeah, I do keep some cash. It's what you call a G fund. It's kind of going off the way what we're talking about here, but you do keep some cash in case of an event, and you can put it back into the C fund and stuff. And
yeah, have some cash, have some, they call it dry powder, ready to deploy whenever there's some good buying opportunities.
Yep.
But one thing, you mentioned drip, so that's another thing I quit doing like right before COVID, because a lot of the stocks I was in, they hit 52-week highs. So the drip reinvest the dividends automatically. I'll reinvest dividends, but I'll do it like at my own timing, not at their timing, because I was buying into the same funds at 52-week highs, and I saw better opportunities at the time. So I said, well, I can use this $300 that I got from like Blackstone or another stock to buy something that's cheaper.
Right.
Yep.
And I've been doing that. I've been listening to you. I've been doing that on my other accounts. Computer share is a little bit more difficult because computer share, I don't know if people know the difference between direct and brokerage. It's a little hard when you're buying direct to you buy direct to be on a dividend program of theirs, and so you can't really kind of halt that. As far as a brokerage, you can kind of just buy, sell, buy, sell, use your dividends on other things quicker. Direct is a little harder. So yeah, for the brokerage, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, in computer shares, actually, I had an account I had an employee stock plan, and that we used computer shares at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I've 15 stocks in that, and I really enjoy. I don't know, just watching the shares go up over time, and they're all dividend stocks, so it's a good thing. I think over time, if you're talking about doing if you're buying direct over time, you're going to talk about 30 years. I've been doing that for a while, but you're going to talk about 30 years. Buying direct is okay to do a drip on, but if you're going to be like brokerage, it's like what you said, like reinvest your dividends on other things that are at the 52-week low, or things like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I'm back here in the wheel strategy with the options, and there's a few people in here that actually post all their trades every week, and they're really crushing it. Like I'm looking at this one here, This is, let's see, almost $4,000 in premium, and he's got his year-to-date total almost 49,000 for the year, and we're just now into the 4th month of the year. That's incredible. So I try to do some of these myself. Last week I did one on CleanSpark. I see he's got another one he did here. I ended up rolling it for a loss because I didn't want to own the stock. But typically with the wheel strategy, they say not to, like, if you do the puts because you really want to own the stock. So I didn't quite follow it myself because I ended up rolling it. So we got a commenter that said, "Isn't this the wheel dividends show?" I discussed both, but every time I do a Discord show, I like to highlight these trades that are in this wheel strategy thread for the options. Let's see, we got another comment that says, "I use some of my dividends to purchase Tilray brands and ChargePoint." Well, that's good. Yeah, you could use the dividend wheel strategy to buy into different stocks too. I mean, there's no rule that says you have to buy dividend stocks. Oh, here's some more trades just posted right here. We've got Rivian, 30 contracts, filled at 12 cents, with an expiration date of April 19th. We've got a Roku. That reminds me, I have an option on Roku I've got to look at. It's not doing so hot. So there's... Oh, he's posting them now. CleanSpark, AMD, Square, SMCI. Interesting. Oh, he's doing some more advanced stuff. A reverse calendar put. I see this negative number here. Interesting. Hey, Pay the Piper, if you're on, feel free to join and explain these advanced strategies to us. Okay, continuing on. This is also my way of catching up with the Discord too. Sometimes I'm behind. Neos. So, by the way, we interviewed Howard from Curve Funds on the podcast today, and something came up about how Neos actually works with Curve Funds. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I haven't announced this yet, but tomorrow Simplify is coming on. So I need you all to get your questions ready for Simplify. Let me do a community post here. We're having, what's his name? I forgot his name already. I'm terrible with names as it is, but shoot, what's his name? Larry. He's someone from Simplify. So yeah, we're having him on. Let me do this post here. (2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me submit this one. There we go. Okay. Hopefully we've only got like 1 or 2 questions so far. Anyway. Okay, continuing on. Let's see. Oh, here's a nice view of the eclipse from Blake. His wife took this. Check this. This is a full eclipse. So this was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but it looks like it's 6 o'clock in the evening because of the eclipse. And then that's looking up at the sun there. That's really cool. And if you all haven't actually seen, by the way, I got exclusive footage of the eclipse. Here, I'll show it to you all now in case you haven't seen it. So this is the exclusive footage here of the blue moon going around El Sol, which is actually 2 different beers. It's kind of a funny clip there. I posted it as a short. So I'm in Florida, so we didn't have much of a view of the eclipse unless you got the special glasses to look through. So, but it's interesting, actually, in 2045, in the Tampa area, actually most of the state of Florida is going to have a full solar eclipse. So like in 20 years, we'll have a full one. I've never actually seen a full one without traveling somewhere else. So that'll be interesting to see it come through the hometown. We picked up two new Discord members. Welcome. We keep growing the community for sure. Okay, what else do we have here? Some other jokes and stuff. We try to have fun here in the Discord. Sometimes it's like very quiet, and then other times it's really active. Okay, so we've got subthreads now for, let's see, Yield Max, questions for Yield Max, questions for Defiance, questions for Roundhill, questions for Rec Shares. Ooh, that reminds me, the Rec Shares people actually finally reached out to me, or they got back to me. Curve, we've interviewed 2 people from Curve. We've got Direction in the works. And then Simplify, we've got them coming on tomorrow. So, let's see here. Oh, Kathleen, our new member, posted in the subthread for Jay. Interesting. I'll have to catch up on all this. Roundhill we had on last week. We had a good discussion with them. So their dividends were kind of underwhelming today. But some people have pointed out it's actually a good thing because at least they're not paying a higher amount than what they can pay and eroding the NAV. So I've gotten some commenters that are happy about that. Let's see here. Purpose ETFs. I'll try to get them on. Okay. So let's see. There's so many ETFs. Like we could probably never run out of fund managers to interview with them. I was actually surprised. I don't know if you all saw this, but some of them watch the channel even more close than I thought. If I scroll back up here, I posted what a fund manager had actually emailed me. What did Richard King say here? Option premiums on DJT are juicy. Oh, that reminds me, Richard. I've got to look up that fund that you mentioned this morning. So DJT, so here's my take on that. I think that if you want to play that, you can make money doing it, but I don't think there's really like any intrinsic value at the moment. I know some people really want into it, like they think it's the hottest thing. So if that's the case for you, good for you. But just me personally, I think you might get some like price action momentum or whatever, but I don't think fundamentally there's a lot to really justify the price right now. And I'm just looking at it from an investment standpoint. But if you all want to get into it, knock yourself out. I just don't look at it as a long-term hold. Anyway, let's see. Where was that fund manager? What he said? Where was it? I'll have to go way back. The Discord's just so active. Just have to go so far back. Oh, here it is. This is funny. So I was talking to the Direction people, and they actually watched one of my videos really close because I kind of, shall we say, bashed the expense ratio of like 11%. So they explained on a separate quick side note, I was watching the Bitcoin ETF video from a few days ago, saw you had touched on our Maxi ETF, noted the seemingly absurdly high fee. We get questions on this a lot because the 10.33% coming from other expenses is a bit misleading. The reason the other expenses bucket is so high is we have historically used repurchase agreements with the SEC, which the SEC requires we report the interest expense for and other expenses. The flip side, which is not captured in the fee bucket, is that the repos are collateralized by treasury bills, which are generating income that largely offsets the repo interest expense. The management fee on Maxi is a much more typical 0.85%. But anyway, back to DJT. I think that there's definitely some really juicy premiums to be had, like you're saying. Okay, so let me go back because I think one of you did the you did this in the wheel strategy. Oh, here's a high tide video. So my options, that's another thing. I posted one of my call options in high tide. So a week ago, it was looking great. I was up $1,000, but because high tide dropped a little bit, and because this is a very, shall we say, illiquid options market, my $1,000 gain is now only a $400 gain. But I'm going to try to ride it out nonetheless. Okay, let's see. As far as comments here, we've got, I believe Purpose made the original ETF, Sam Self in Canada. Maybe just the Canadian market, not USA. Oh, I'll have to look into it. Okay, Wheel Strategy. Let's see here. One of you guys is trading on DJT, I think. Or you did last week anyway. Trump Media. Let's see, where is it? Let's see. Oh, I see. He added one. Let's see. What's the difference here? Let's see. He snuck in one more. So MPW, Tesla, Mara, Canopy Growth, Yen. It looks like... Oh, he did Canopy Growth twice, I guess. Wow, check that out. At different strikes. Oh, I see. He did calls. Did he sell calls on these? Yeah, he must have, because he collected premium. So he's selling covered calls. Presumably he got assigned on these, and he's selling covered calls on them, hence the wheel strategy. Let's see. The Chad says, curve ETFs seem to pay out less, but the NAV erosion appears less. That's exactly right. That's pretty much their business model, summed up in one sentence. Are they paying out less of available as the reason, unlike yield max? Yes, so they're focusing more on NAV preservation. So they're going to pay out less of a dividend, but the NAV is going to be a lot more stable. Coach, show us what you're selling puts on. Well, a week ago, the only one I did, I tried CLSK, but I got burned on it. Well, I let myself get burned on it. I rolled it. Well, I was going to roll it. I ended up not. For some reason, E-Trade was being stubborn, and I wanted to close it. I closed it Thursday afternoon before close of market because I didn't want to get assigned. I just really didn't want to own the stock at that price. What's it at today? Watch it. It probably came back. I haven't had a lot of time to really focus on the market the past week. Like, my work situation has really changed drastically. Like, work has really heated up for me in the last 2 weeks. See, we're down to 1533. So if I look at what he did here, he collected. That's very impressive. He collected on 10 contracts. Oh, that's the call because he got assigned. I see. So he got assigned and he's getting premium. Oh, he rolled. So I meant to roll as well. So it looks like climb the ladder here. He got assigned, and so he's selling calls on it. So he's getting premium on that. Like I say, hence the wheel strategy. But maybe I'll go back and do it again at, I don't know. See, the thing is, this could run up so quick because it was just at $23. Now, what would have been brilliant is to sell puts on it like March 25th, and then it goes down. It never hits. It never quite hits that strike price, of course, and then, because it kept going down. So at that higher price, or maybe I'm thinking covered calls, if it keeps dropping and dropping, then the further it drops, like on a covered call, that's what it is. Then you're likely just going to have that thing expire worthless. It's not that I don't have the stomach for it. I just expanded my margin. I just have so much going on right now. Like between work and stuff, and I have to pre-clear stuff too. So maybe I'm making excuses, but I didn't want to own, because if I own that much of that stock at that price, then it takes away opportunity that I could use for something else. Because then, say that was, how many was that? 10 contracts of that stock at $17.50. So what would that have been, like $17,000 worth of the stock? Is that right? Because it's 10, which controls 100 shares. That's 1,000. Yeah, so that would have been 17,500. Whereas I could find a better opportunity, like another Mara put, and then get a better premium there. So that's one of the things. I think I'm just doing too much. Like, I'm trying to do growth investing. I've got the dividends, of course. I've got stuff that I'm kind of hodling that I don't want to sell out of. And then I'm trying to do the wheel strategy too, so it's like just trying to do too much at one time, maybe. Of course, I don't know, that might just sound like an excuse, but I keep seeing this. I mean, hey, $49,000, and we're not even 4 months through the year. That's over $10,000 a month. In fact, we're only 9 days through April, so there's 30 days in the month, so we're 0.3% through the month. So really, we're like 3.3 months through the year. So if you were to divide this number here, 48,683.55, if you were to divide this by 3.3, he's making almost 15 grand a month. That is certainly a lot better than what I do working. So I know, it's like right in front of me, you know. It's like just walk through the door, right? Anyway. Okay, so we got leverage ETFs with a covered call strategy. We did ask them a lot of questions today. We had a good discussion on the podcast. Let's see, we got some new funny memes here. Post some memes in the chat, by the way, in the Discord. Those are always a lot of fun. Yep. Not as funny as my Eclipse video, though. Yeah, door number 1. Like they say, like, when the door is ready, just walk through, right? Or, you know, put water in front of the horse, and the horse is supposed to drink, right? Anyway, by the way, horse racing is another way to make some money. Gambling. We have a horse racing track here in Tampa. Well, they call it the Downs. Yeah, make some funny memes of me. Definitely, that would be fun. Have fun with it. I have some memes I want to post, by the way. I just haven't, you know, gotten around to it. What's this? There's some unread stuff here. Oh, hi, Ty. Yeah, I need a new thumbnail artist. I need somebody to make thumbnails for me because I'm so dang lazy. I keep using the same ones, but at least they're more professional than the ones I used before. By the way, you have to admit, so I know I've been kind of recycling thumbnails, but check this out. If you go back through my video history, look at this. Look how much better these thumbnails are than, see this video right here? This Coach and Ghost thing? This was just like a PowerPoint. You can see I've gained weight, though, from here to here. I think I'm actually better looking here with these glasses. These awesome glasses. Yeah, check that out. And then this was today. I need a haircut. Oh, I got the glasses on twice. So the glasses seem to be a hit, for sure. As far as thumbnails, though, believe it or not, some of these here, from like 2 years ago, I put a lot of work into these. They were like PowerPoint templates, but I put a lot of work into it. I forgot. I hired some bum to make thumbnails for me. I'm just kidding. The one that I thought, so if you look here where my mouse is, the one with the genie's lamp, this, I actually covered the covered call strategy here. At the time, I had a way of making like $1,000 a week. That was the ones I was doing on Blackstone stock. That actually blew up on me because I got called out of it. Well, I let myself get called out of it. But I thought this thumbnail that I made myself, I thought it was going to be a hit. The genie's lamp, and it's got the THB logo on it. Glasses made up somewhat for the somewhat video this morning. I think you got your sentence, like, I got the idea of what you're saying, but the words are a little jumbled up. You mean it made up for the video yesterday, or were you saying the video from this morning was bad? The better ones. Okay, anyway. It's a lot of work running a channel, I have to say. I don't have all day like some of these other channels. Oh, I've got some comments over here. Interesting. Yeah, I took some heat on the video I did in the laundry room the other day. Well, I was away from usual coaching headquarters. Anyway, so let's see. So I explained Roundhill. I explained. Oh, you know what? I still get questions on. Let me explain this with Yield Max. So there are two different tranches of dividends, or shall we say, two different categories. We've got the distribution schedule for the covered call ETFs, and then we've got the distribution schedule for the fund-to-funds ETFs and the Ultra ETFs. By the way, Mick Ultra is not one of the Ultra ETFs. That's a beer. There's a difference. Okay, so this one we just got paid out Monday. That was for 18 of the 22. For the other 4, I think it's 4 now, it's going to be the 16th, so it's going to be next Tuesday. So that'll be my video for that day, or at least one of my 2 videos, since I try to upload twice a day. Yeah, so that's going to be Ulti, YMAX, and YMAG. Actually, yeah, there's 3 of them. And then there's 19 here, is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, 19. Misty is the 19th one. How are we doing in Misty, by the way? Oh, here is this. Now, I knew this would happen. If Richard King is still on, he told me about this one this morning, this DXYZ, Destiny Tech 100. It's already returned like 466%, but it behaves like a flash in the pan. If you look at it, so it dropped like 35% today. It's been trading since like March. Why does it say March? Let me refresh this. There's a glitch here, I think. March 27th? See, it looks like there's a glitch here. Let me go back to Yahoo Finance. By the way, if you all want a Seeking Alpha for a discount, I have a Seeking Alpha affiliate link. Definitely try that out. Let me try to pull this one up here. DXYZ, the Destiny Tech. Instead of Destiny's Child, Destiny Tech. I know, it sounds like some R&B group. Okay, let's see if I can see this better here. How long have we been? Oh, it's going to freeze up on me. I don't understand why a basic site is so freaking glitchy. Anyway, come on. I get impatient. No, it is the 26th. So, wow, it's gone from $9 to $64. Let me actually go back to Seeking Alpha now that I saw. How do I make the chart? This is a dumb question. And one I can't ask the 8-ball or the advanced equipment. How do I go in the chart from percentage to price? I want to see price in the chart instead of percentage. Let me look at the holdings of this Destiny Tech. Top holdings are not available. So what is this? So Seeking Alpha has it rated a buy. And it's so brand new. It rose 800% in just days. Here's a closer look at it by Sun Garden Investment Publishing. Let's see. Oh, I can read to you all. I know how much you all like a late time story from the coach. Look, there's the moon. We just had the eclipse yesterday. Now the rockets go into the moon. Okay. A new closed-end fund. Oh, it's a closed-end fund. DXYZ has experienced significant price volatility, reaching a peak of over $75 per share before closing around $59. DXYZ is not a stock or an ETF, but a closed-end fund that holds a portfolio of 100 private companies, with SpaceX being its largest holding. Ooh, this is like, this could be a good one, maybe. The fund offers potential for high returns. Now, why didn't someone tell me about this before? That's the audience's job, is to tell me about these funds. See, coaching is a two-way street, like I say. It only gets better, folks. If no one else joins the chat, it's just me rambling for the whole live show. We only had one person so far. Oh, close-ended like CRM? So CRM is more of an energy play. This is like SpaceX, I guess. So this is a different play, but similar concept. Let's see. Stop me if you've heard this one before. A new close-end fund debuts $8.25 a share, and during its 8 days of life as a listed security, peaks at more than $75. Yeah, I've seen stuff like that before. And just this past Friday, trades in a 65% range, closing just under the middle of the range at around 59. Did Nvidia, GameStop have a baby? No. And this is not a meme stock. Oh, this writer has jokes. In fact, it's not even a stock, it's a closed-end fund. The Destiny Tech 100 closed-end funds are not supposed to skyrocket like stock IPOs, but it did, even if their top holding is Elon Musk's SpaceX. Well, it makes sense. Doesn't it make sense that a fund that's invested in SpaceX would rocket to the moon like that? It does kind of make sense if you think about it. When I first started to dive into this unidentified financial object, this author has jokes here. I saw it referred to as an ETF on one of my charting systems. And as a stock on another source, that source did not have a spot for the fund's holdings to be listed, just a place where financial statements would go. Well, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but not all sources are reliable. For a stock, so since the investment industry has not yet figured out what this is, I will sort out the ABCs of DXYZ. This guy's funny. As for how to rate it, my true rating is check it out for yourself and tread lightly if you do decide to buy it. Well, see, unlike me, he probably wasn't equipped with advanced equipment to help, further disseminate the pros and cons of the fund. So let's see. I didn't ask a question, so it said cannot predict now. Cannot predict now. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? If you don't ask it a question, you can't get an answer. Okay, what are we asking? Do we have a heading? Let's see. That way. A rating. Is this a good one? Is this a good fund? Is this a good fund? I haven't even had anything to drink. Doubt. I hate doubt. FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Oh, it says my reply is no. The good news is, though, like I said, if you get an answer you don't like, you can just keep shaking the 8-ball until you get the answer you want. Right? Turn a no into a yes. Now we get a yes. As I see it, yes. There we go. The Chad says just bought 1 share for the heck of it. I might do that too, but I would have much rather gotten in at $7 instead of $65. DXYZ. I thought that's like what they say in school. XYZ. PDQ. Oh, look, I like this. The portfolio looks like nutrition facts on the back of a snack box or cereal box or something. Now look at this. So here we go. We have the prescription layout of the companies that it's in. SpaceX, Axiom Space, Boom Supersonic, Epic Games. Everybody sold yet? Are you? OpenAI, Revolt, Class Dojo, Relativity Space, Stripe, ATOB, Instacart, Chime. Okay, so, there's some good ones here, actually. Seems like some good ones. Sky High. The reward potential. So it's got AI. Okay. Well, you know what? I might watch what it does tomorrow. If it pulls back, I might get into it. I just wish I had known about it earlier. That's my only thing. Well, anyway, all right. I'm about out of ammo here. I gotta go restock. So, I should probably quit while I'm ahead, right? Let's see. Okay, so very low participation in the live Discord show. I do, like I say, I really want to schedule these things more in advance, but it's just, I can't commit. That's the thing. I can't commit to certain days as much as I want to. I'm not at the point yet where YouTube is my life. I mean, sure, I could get there, but it's got just a lot of stuff. A Friday night. Well, I've thought about Sunday before, but like this last Sunday. Wait, I did a show. No, Friday I got home late, so I don't think I did a show. Sunday. No, I did a show Saturday. Yes, and I did an unexpected show Saturday because I got home at like 10, and I was like, let me do a show. Because literally, as soon as I walk into the door, I'm like, you know what? What can I be doing? I can be coaching you all up. Beers and investing. Every now and then I sip a cold 1 or 2 or 3 on the live show. What did the market do today? Good question. I didn't follow it too close. Been busy working. It was kind of a lackluster day. S&P futures. What'd you say? Investing on returns. How about brewing great returns? That's the name of our podcast. S&P. Oh, this is the futures. Darn it. It's annoying when the market closes. It's kind of hard to see. Ooh, I like this. The Dow Jones fell 9.13 points. The Nasdaq rose 53 points. The Russell 2000, or smaller companies, rose 7 points. Where's the frickin' S&P, though? From AP News. Well, no, so here's the thing, Varden. So brewing, you're thinking coffee. You're forgetting beer is also brewed. There are many other types of beverages that are brewed, not just coffee. You gotta broaden your horizons. It's not just coffee. Anyway, I don't know. That was the best name we came up with. I like that name, Cash Flow Kings. That other podcast that we had on. I like that name a lot. But yeah, brewing great returns. We went through a whole exercise with ChatGPT and stuff. And brewing great returns, here's what's funny. I have my note here. When I was brainstorming all this whole operation, which is growing by the day, or so I'm told, I literally, this note is from August 2021. I wrote down, just in a brainstorm session, a brewing great returns podcast, and that ended up being the name. So there's nothing cooler than to see something that you envisioned on a piece of paper becoming a reality, right? And 2 years ago, I haven't done much with this, but I also have business cards for the channel. That's the little channel logo there. So yeah, I've got, I called it, I named it, I think I called it Life Enhancing Investment Consulting. But the cards look so good, I'm not going to get rid of them. And we have a bacon ad on the screen, which is completely random. A Culver's ad. Okay, let's see. For the week, here's your market update. For the week, the S&P 500 is up 5.57. The Dow is up 20. The Nasdaq is up 58. The Russell 2000, 17.33. For the week, for the year. Well, I want for the day. Oh, here it is. The S&P did rise 7.52. Was that here on Google when I just Googled it? Hold on a second. No, they excluded it. How dare they? What are they, like anti-S&P? How dare they exclude one of our favorite indexes? Anyway, here's a Reddit subthread about the wheel strategy. So here's the deal. So I've done everything I can, folks. I've exhausted every avenue that I can. I've done multiple videos on it. I had an open line, which one of you took the opportunity to join. And I said, hey, if anybody, because I've gotten these comments that, you're not explaining the wheel strategy right. I said, hey, join the live show and correct whatever I'm not explaining. So let's see. Market going up or down based on CPI report tomorrow. I don't know at the moment, but I can find out. Will the market be up or down tomorrow? Let's come back tomorrow and see if we were right, because I'll forget by tomorrow. In fact, after I do this, in like 30 seconds, I'll forget. I think it's saying, as I see it, yes. So it's saying the market will be down. Oh, I got a commenter that says they appreciate my content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so it'll be down. By the way, so the site I go to for that, aside from the advanced equipment, I have multiple sources that I use to look at things. There's another one I call that I go to called Forex Factory, and I look at like different macroeconomic indicators that are coming. So tomorrow is a red day for us. Red doesn't mean bad; it just means big market impact. So the CPI number, I would say, I don't know, inflation's still pretty high. So if CPI comes in hotter than expected, it'll drop the market. Look here, here's your Canadian indicators here. FOMC member Bowman speaks. That's what I'm waiting for. Final wholesale inventories. There's all this stuff that comes out that you wouldn't even think of without looking at the site. Crude oil inventories. By the way, I hear they haven't restocked the strategic reserve at a cheap price like they said they were going to. Oh well, too bad the media doesn't report stuff like that. 10-year bond auction. FOMC meeting minutes. Okay, so tomorrow is actually going to be a big day for the market. 30-year bond auction on the 11th. PPI numbers, unemployment claims, core PPI. Preliminary UOM consumer sentiment. Friday. Oh, that's Saturday. Let's see. What are we looking at next week? Core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing data, retail sales. Lots of Canadian stuff on the 16th. In the U.S., we've got building permits, housing starts, industrial production. That indicator, housing starts, that always irks me because, like, it's housing starts. Shouldn't it be housing finishes? Because it's like finished developments that are selling. So it should be like there's housing starts, but there should be like a housing finishes. Okay, and then capacity utilization rate, one of my favorites. Industrial production, month over month. IMF, that's global, so that's all countries. And then let's see. I don't hear much about the IMF anymore since that one lady or that one dude got in trouble. crude oil inventories on the 17th. Beige book, one of my favorites, beige book. And then TIC long-term purchases, another one of my favorites. That comes out at 4 o'clock, so that won't impact the market. It's also got a yellow folder. US dollar, oh, we've got unemployment claims on the 18th. Philly Fed Manufacturing Index. That's not just the sandwich, that's like the actual Philly branch of the Fed. Not the Philly, not to be confused with the Philly cheesesteak. 3 or 4 months inflation hasn't moved down. Oh, whether it moves down or not, it will. They'll have everything. I just think everything's going to be looking good. We're in a certain year, and everything's going to look hunky-dory, as they say. Or it'll appear that way. Anyway, okay, let's see now. So those are the macroeconomic indicators that we're looking at. So thank you all for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord. And we will see you all in the next one. I'll put something out at least twice tomorrow. All right, thank you all. Take care. Have a great night. Bye.